What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse. This is Tijon, and it's time to take it to the ring. All right, man. I'm super excited about today's episode. I couldn't wait to talk about this one for obvious reasons. We're going to talk about the first part of the Texas combo for GCW. It was GCW versus Loko 2, and man, it was amazing. Now, what made this even more great was the fact that the promotion went through a lot of hell to bring this event to us. Bad weather conditions, technical difficulties, flight delays. They had to make last second changes on a few of these matches, and it still delivered. It was an awesome, awesome night. I'm very happy with how this one turned out. But kicking it off, it was Jordan Oliver. What was it? Jordan Oliver, Lowrider, Chris Carter, and the Grim Reaper. Now, of course, this was already going to be an entertaining fight, especially with the Grim Reaper involved. Chris Carter, is super high flying. Like, it was just an all around great match. And these four put on an amazing performance. We got to see Jordan Oliver take over a lot too. Like, there was a whole lot of back and forth in this entire match, I want to say. It was just a really, really great performance and a great way to start off the match. My favorite part, though, was having them all point, like they just started passing a blunt. Of course, the Grim Reaper, smokes the entire time, and Grim Reaper just like started the whole rotation. It was awesome. I had a great time with it. 1 second. Sean Waltman in GCW. Joey Janela, All Elite Wrestling, joined GCW. Oh, I didn't know that. That's going to be interesting. Maybe we'll see that tonight because part 2 is tonight. But, man, this was just an all-around great match. Somehow Jordan Oliver got the win, though, after a vicious slam on Chris Carter. That's what you see here. It's a great way for him to really make a name for himself. I really enjoyed this match. I wasn't mad at how it ended. It was just electrifying, and I'm glad that that's how they started it out. And I mean, these guys, you can see like their breath from how cold it was. It's in Texas. I think they got like 30 degrees last night. They were freezing out there, and you wouldn't even be able to tell if it wasn't for seeing the condensation and the heat coming from their bodies as they put on such a great performance. Next, we had Mysterious Q and Ali Catch fight. Now, this was interesting. Again, I'm new to watching GCW, so I'm definitely new to seeing these mixed matches take place. And I don't even think that these two were supposed to fight. I think they even said that it was a last second kind of addition because of the I think Ali Catch actually was just in. She wasn't scheduled to fight him, and because of Mysterious Q's opponent not being able to make it, Catch being who she is and the legend that she is, she just stepped in and was willing to take the fight. Now, Mysterious Q, as you can see, is an obviously bigger man, and he made the fatal mistake of, kind of playing with his food a little bit when it came to Ali Catch. He didn't really do that much damage in the beginning. It was really trying to spare her, really disrespecting her as a fellow opponent in a way. And you know how Ali Catch is. She's not having any of that. And these two then put on an amazing show. I mean, Ali Catch showed heart, was not willing to lose easily, was beating the crap out of Mysterious Q. And Mysterious Q then, took it up a notch and tried to put her away as well. It was impressive, man. I was really happy with how this match turned out. It was fantastic, and I especially appreciate the grit of Ali Catch and how she just refused to go down. I mean, you can see it here. She's just flicking off Mysterious Q. Mysterious Q had no answer for how to actually finish her when it came down to it. And Ali Catch somehow got the pin and defeated Mysterious Q in front of her hometown. So the crowd loved it. I think Mysterious Q was also from Texas, but everybody was definitely pulling for the underdog that was Alley Catch. And I mean, it was just amazing, man. I had a great time watching it. She won, of course, with these two vicious power drivers that just put Mysterious Q down. I can't wait to see what tonight brings too, man, because I'm sure that we're gonna see Alley Catch come out again with a great performance. And yeah, man, I'm ready for it. But next up, we had Ninja Mac going against Nick Wayne. Now, this match was especially entertaining just off of the fact that these two put on this like improv performance that was just it wowed me and it wowed the fans. I mean, these two were pulling moves and tricks out of everywhere. Like they were doing these alterations in the air, these fancy combos that just had them stunned, trying to figure out what was going on. Like it was strange, but it was oddly entertaining. Hold on, Keith. I see your comment. What did you say? Did you know Mysterious Q was a former reality? Uh, yeah, they actually said that. I didn't know that before they said it last night. He said he was like a protege of Booker T, which like that's awesome to me because I love Booker T. So I mean, I think that I can see I can see I can see Mysterious Q getting more attention. It was interesting to watch their fight, but I'm a fan of Mysterious Q now, especially after hearing that. I thought that was pretty dope. But going back to the Nick Wayne and Ninja Mac fight, I mean these two were like super agile. I know you can't really tell here. It looks like Nick Wayne was slamming Ninja Mac into it, but it was actually Ninja Mac flipping, doing a backflip over the ropes and slamming into Nick Wayne. It was crazy. It's incredibly fast paced. These two just had a great match. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Of course the experience that Ninja Mac holds just took him to the victory. Ninja Mac is just, he's Ninja Mac, man. He's extremely entertaining to watch. And I mean, his agility, like it's kind of Mysterio-esque and it's awesome to watch. I enjoyed this match. This was definitely an early favorite of mine. And I look forward to seeing what Nick Wayne brings to the table from now on. I would love to see them fight again. Like as you can see, they showed respect to each other at the end there. It was just a great match. I was enthralled. I can't say that enough about almost every match that I saw. Way better than SmackDown, I gotta say. But I'm gonna get into that later too. So next up, though, we had Sam Stackhouse face Dante Leon, and this was for the Loko Wrestling Championship. So of course, Dante Leon has the belt, or had the belt, I should say, and it was a really fun match. These two wasted no time. I mean, you saw. I'll pull it back up again. You can see Stackhouse running at him full speed like a cannonball or a wrecking ball, whatever. Just like nonstop was just trying to go at him in the beginning, and Dante Leon is just too agile, was just in and out of there. And then like they took it outside, like outside the ring. You can see Stackhouse moving people out the way, grabbing doors. It was crazy watching this happen, man. Like I'm not used to seeing this much interaction between wrestlers and the crowd. So I mean, I was really invested in watching this stuff happen because seeing them just move the people out the way, not caring what's going on, putting chairs down, like setting it up. So it was really different, but it makes it that much more entertaining. It makes it that much more intense because now the fans are in it. You know what I mean? So then you see Dante Leon slam the both of them into two tables, not tables, but doors, and break them. Like it was like a suicide bomb just to make sure that Stackhouse got more damage. And even that was like that could be debatable. It was just I had a great time with this match. Like I was up on my feet, like I'm watching it on my TV, and I'm sitting there just like, what is happening right now? And I mean, I was like that the last time I watched GCW. So this is my second time, admittedly, watching GCW, and it was awesome. Like I love this promotion. You guys got a big fan of me already, but let's keep going on to this match, man. Next, we had Dante Leon bring out two chairs, setting up to put another door on down on the chairs, trying to put him away. And Sam Stackhouse just wasn't having it. I've never seen somebody that big move as agile as Sam Stackhouse does. Like, what? I mean, he's doing moonsaults, flipping, doing jump kicks. Like, who is this man? How is he moving his 400-pound self like it's nothing? That, of course, got him the win. I mean, he deserved it, man. I was super happy with this fight. This was great, man. And I'm a fan of Sam Stackhouse. Of course, I'm a fan of Dante Leon too, but Sam Stackhouse took that. That was a great win for him. Um, Dante Leon though didn't want to give it away. He was not trying to give it away for a little bit though, and he was reluctant, but he made the smart decision and ended up showing him a little respect before, giving him it back, because he like snatched it back and was like, "No, I don't want to give it." But Sam Stackhouse would have probably murdered him if he didn't give that belt back. So good on Dante Leon to backtrack and come back to his senses. Hopefully, we see them go again, because he's gonna want his rematch. He's gonna want his belt back, but Stackhouse will be ready. That much is for sure. So I'm looking forward to that though. Next, we had Gino Medina versus Atticus Kogar. And these two also wasted no time in the ring. Like I'm saying, they just started beating the crap out of each other in and out the ring. Atticus bringing out chairs. But Medina just wasn't having it, stepped on it, and was like, "You're not about to hit me with that. Give me that." But Atticus is always equipped, had his like little shank driver thing, just started stabbing him in everywhere. I mean, it was kind of rough to watch, because I mean, he's going at his back, at his stomach, at his head, and there was nothing really that Medina could do. It was just too much. It was overwhelming pressure. And after a vicious slam, like it was like a front DDT, a forward DDT, into like the seat of the chair, Atticus just took the win, man. It wasn't that long of a match. Definitely brutal. It was one of the more brutal fights before the main event, I gotta say. But I mean, Atticus Kogar, you gotta give it to him. This guy is a problem. Yeah, nobody likes him, but the man, he's resourceful, and you got to know who you're dealing with when it comes to Atticus, because he's always gonna have a trick up his sleeve, and that shank right there for you. You know what I mean? So, watch out for this guy, and he's definitely a threat, and he's not one to be taken lightly. That much is for sure. But next, we had Effie face Brian Keith. Now, this one was super entertaining, I gotta say. Like, Effie stepped up actually last minute for this match as well. He actually was not supposed to fight Brian Keith, but you wouldn't be able to tell because Effie took it to him, man. I mean, you can see he was beating the crap out of him, started kissing him on the cheek, doing that, that classic Effie persona, and then just continued beating the crap out of Brian Keith. Brian Keith didn't have any answers for a minute. Keith, you said it reminds you of ECW. Yeah. Yes, it does. It definitely does. I completely agree with that. It's like, yeah, it has that extreme value, man. It's super intense, bro. I completely agree with that. That's a real smart comparison there, man. Like the this promotion to me just signals that urge, to fight. These guys don't waste any time. When it's time to fight, these guys don't care. Every match is intense. Every match is entertaining. It's just great. I had a great time throughout this entire match, man. And I mean, I literally have no complaints. But going back to the match, man, I mean, Brian Keith kind of kicked it in gear, hit him with this horrific choke slam. I mean, you can see how bad that joint was. It was crazy how much damage he started giving Effie. And I mean, these two just wouldn't quit. You can see it here. These guys just did their thing, trying to make sure that the other person was out of it. And I mean, it didn't matter to them how much damage they themselves took, as long as the other one was out as well. Like, kudos to them, man. It was a great match. But we got to see Effie somehow sneak the pin, getting this reversal and just holding him down just long enough to get the pin. It was incredible. What a great win by Effie. And that's coming off of a pretty rough loss to crap, I forget his name. I don't even remember, but the dude that he's like a cowboy, real old school man. He beat the crap out of Effie a few weeks ago. And so to see Effie come back the way he did with such a strong performance, and especially it being such a last second performance at that, I love it. I love Effie, man. I'm just like everybody else when it comes to Effie. He is a great performer. His character is hilarious. You know what I mean? Because it's so flamboyant that it's like almost it's supposed to make the people like a little uncomfortable if you're uncomfortable with things like that. But it matches. You know what I mean? It helps him in such a good way. It's just fun, man. He's a fun dude to watch, and I love watching him fight. I can't wait to see more of him. Hopefully, we see him tonight. But we also got to see a fatal four-way match, and this one was you could tell this was going to be super high, energetic. It was going to be a lucha libre kind of event. So we had Gringo Loco, ASF, Blake Christian, and Mascara Dorada. Thank you, Keith. Keith. Sorry, I don't want to call you by your last name. But yeah, it was Jeff Jarrett. That was the dude's name. And yeah, Jeff Jarrett was definitely a heel. Just going back to the Effie match. That's the one that I was talking about. That one was crazy because Jeff Jarrett just beat the dog crap out of him. I don't want to cuss too much yet. Catch me tonight if you want to hear me go unfiltered. But going back to this match, man, like I said, it was super high energetic, super extreme. Like people were flying in and out the ring. You could see the intensity throughout, man. I mean, look at this. Blake Christian, welcome back, man. Doing these corkscrew dives out of the ring. You got to see kind of like this huge tower, kind of like what we saw the last few weeks. But this was also Mascara Dorada's first time in GCW, and he made a huge performance. You can see it here. His super high flying abilities, taking out two of the three people in that tower like it was nothing, man. I mean, dude, you don't get this kind of action in a lot of promotions, even the big ones. So seeing this, it floored me. It floored me. I'm a big fan of GCW, and Blake Christian got the win. Because I mean, Blake Christian, the one right there, the third one, he got the dub, and it was well earned. As you can see, the crowd loved it. The competitors were just super satisfied with how that fight ended up. They left it all out there, and so they had no choice but to show respect. I mean, money's being thrown into the ring. It was awesome, man. If it wasn't for that main event, that would have been probably my favorite fight. It was awesome. It has everything that you would want in a fight. It has that energy, that high energy value, the the crazy antics, the death defying stunts. Like, how are you not afraid when you get that high up about hurting yourself? It's like it's just awesome. Having that much confidence in your abilities and all four of them being that way, it creates such an electrifying match that you got to respect the craft. And I want to see them in these bigger promotions, man, but I think it's too intense. I don't think that there's a spot for something this raw. You know what I mean? Maybe they just need to keep it in GCW and just have them, be, just take over in their own way. And if this happens, I mean, I will be an advocate. You know what I mean? People need to start watching these indies, especially GCW, because it's fantastic. Next up, the main event. Now they took a minute for them to set this up. I gotta say, it took like 20 minutes, but that's because it was a steel cage match. And this was also had some last second variations with Sadika fighting Jimmy Lloyd, and Jimmy Lloyd was a last second replacement. Sadika was clearly upset about this, was not ready to fight him, but she doesn't back down from a challenge. But we then got to see surprise interjection. Chris Carter comes back after just previously fighting, puts himself into the match. Now it's a three-way. But not over yet. Atticus Kogar comes out talking trash to everybody. You know, most hated man in GCW, doesn't care. He then goes on to say that, you know, if Chris Carter can just come out of here and do this, then why can't I? I'm gonna win too. And if I don't win, I'm gonna pack back up and go back to Ohio. So now the stakes are even higher because nobody wants to see Atticus Kogar win. Like, we all know that. But man, it was a match to watch. Guys, go back and watch this for sure. It was crazy. I'm talking brutality to the max. You can see them all going after each other. You see the weapons all through the ring. These guys went at it. You see the chair to the neck. Brutal stuff. I mean, they're taking those light bulbs and like cutting each other with them, breaking them over each other. Jimmy Lloyd put like a door through the head of Chris Carter, almost put him out of it completely. Had him just walking around the ring like a dummy with it on. It was crazy. I had such a great time with this match. Look at the destruction all around them. I mean, broken doors, broken glass all through the ring. They're still fighting, getting up, cut, bleeding, bruised, dizzy, didn't matter. I mean, these guys took a beating. All of them did. It was amazing to watch. Atticus Kogar pulled what Atticus Kogar always does. Nobody can get as grimy as he can, clearly. I mean, he just started sticking Chris Carter with these like skewers, really just skewered him up all in his head, like 30 different ones, and then slammed him to the ground and got the pin. I mean, dude, if you want a brutal match, this was the one to watch. If you're missing what, you know, the WWE used to be when we were kids, man, check out GCW. They bring it. They brought back that intense factor that, you know, we used to see all the time, you know, that had the parents like, oh my God, you know, and we loved it. And to see that, it just brings back such like nostalgia of like, wow, like that wow factor of what people are doing to each other, like that gladiator kind of um fighting. You know what I mean? It was just awesome to see. I had a great time watching this fight, and man, I'm now a fan of GCW more than I've ever been, dude. We got to start giving these indie companies a chance, man, because they have some great talent, and they know what they're doing. You know, they know their lane, and they know what these bigger promotions are missing, and they're capitalizing on it. I have no, I don't have anything bad to say. So going into the ratings, like just leading right into it. Let's do. I'll just get right into it. You guys know how we do it. The 5 stars being fight forever. 4 stars, this is awesome. 3 stars, you still got it. 2 stars, what? And 1 star, boring. Do not watch. Oh man, I gotta give it like a 4.5, man. I wanted to give it a 5 star, but man, there's so many questions left on how much better could this have been. Like, oh my God, I was enthralled the entire time. If they didn't say that there were technical difficulties and that they were having issues, I wouldn't have known. I would have had no clue. And maybe then it would have been a 5, but they left me with questions. You know, I had to like wonder how much better could this have gone. And maybe tonight, you know, there won't be any issues because all the fighters will be where they need to be, and you know, there won't be any last subs or anything like that. But just off of the effort put on by the wrestlers alone, every single fight, man, this was great. I loved it. I loved every second of it. I think everybody loved it. I think everybody should watch GCW now, man, because this stuff is real, bro. This stuff is real. I had a great time with it. So, I mean, that's all I got, man. Hold on, Keith. I see what you asked. How about you guys at GCW bring the Hurricane helms here events to wrestle for you? I don't even know what that means, bro. I'm too new. I don't even know. But I mean, y'all hear him, bro. GCW, give the man what he wants. I mean, clearly he's a fan too. Let's see what you guys have, bro. I'm a big fan. I want to see what else is, what else is possible. I want to see what how much further they take this thing. I feel like I got on the bandwagon at the right time because it seems to me like, this is starting to become really, really big. I think I got in at the right time and I'm super excited. I'm super happy with what I got to witness last night. Blew Friday Night SmackDown out the water. I mean, hands down, easy beat Friday Night SmackDown. So when it comes to what we can expect tonight, I mean, I can only imagine, but I'm so ready for it, bro. So I mean, that's all that I got then, man. I can't wait to give you guys the rundown tomorrow. Tune in to me and my boys because we'll probably talk about it also. Um, Tonight, 6 o'clock, all real crew. You guys gotta check us out, man. The banner that we have, my boys actually just had to do a punishment. My boy Jamil, he had to eat watermelon and mustard. How gross is that? And it's only gonna get more nasty. We have another challenge basically that we do on every pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view that we watch is gonna be UFC 271. Tune in to that next week. Um, oh, before I end it off, GCW, get that television deal. Yes, sir. No, actually, no. Don't get a television deal. Don't listen to Keith. No, because if it goes on TV, you know what happens? It won't be as intense. They're gonna get censored. It's not gonna be anywhere near as fun because everything is vanilla now, bro. No, keep it off of air. Keep it in y'all platform. Do what y'all do and keep it pay per view. Keep it real, man. But like and subscribe and follow us, man. Keep the views coming because we're gonna do this all day, every day. We cater to all of you guys' needs. I love the fact that I'm able to do this with you guys, man. This is awesome. So, stay tuned, man, because we have plenty more exciting things to come. And also leave some more comments, man. As you can see, bro, I love talking to you guys and we love responding, man. So give us you guys' predictions. Give us you guys' thoughts. We're here for you guys. So with that being said, man, I'll see you guys next time. Keep it real.